Guy S. Garber Jr., known as Ike, a native of Saginaw, Michigan, was born on April 3, 1920. From 1935 to 1936, he attended Cranbrook Academy in Detroit, where he developed a deep love for tennis.
We went to prep school, Cranbrook, and he was, I think, #1 singles there. Then he came back and he played at Arthur Hill. And, in those days, these guys would travel all around for tournaments. Like, he won tournaments up in Petoskey. He won them in Bay City. He traveled all over the place.
During his time there, Ike was ranked the #1 singles tennis player and was also a starter on the basketball team. In 1937, Ike returned to Saginaw to attend Arthur Hill High School, where he continued to excel in tennis. He played on the varsity team and won the Class A state tennis singles championship twice, during both his junior and senior seasons.
Well, I just think he was so good at it. He worked so hard at it. He practiced all the time hitting against the backboard.
To watch Mr. Garber hit the ball, it's like he was as smooth as glass,
Following high school, Ike earned a scholarship to the University of Miami in Florida, where he became the #2 ranked tennis player, just behind world-class athlete Pancho Segura, with whom he formed a close bond as roommates.
He befriended Pancho Segura, and they became lifelong friends. And they were quite a doubles twosome. If you look at that bio, they won tournaments all over the country.
He would speak about some of their doubles matches with he and Pancho, and so those guys, they were, I would imagine it was a Division I college, and so they played some big matches at some big schools.
Ike and Pancho became best friends and tennis partners, leading to their victory at the Midwinter Doubles Championship in Florida in both 1942 and 1947. At the National Intercollegiate Championship in New Orleans, Ike and Pancho played doubles but lost to Jimmy Evert, the father of tennis legend Chris Evert. Throughout his competitive tennis career, Ike encountered many of the sport's legends, including Pancho Gonzales, Jack Kramer, Gardner Malloy, Frankie Parker, Frank Shields, Bobby Riggs, Jimmy Connors, Lew Hoad, Andre Agassi, and Jimmy Evert. After college, Ike joined the Marines during World War II, where he met and befriended George Chang, China's national tennis champion. Despite Chang's impressive skills, Ike outmatched him.
And this guy took a real liking to Ike because Ike could beat him. He couldn't beat Ike. And then I think Ike said it really bothered this guy that he couldn't beat me.
Upon returning from the war, Ike was determined to share his love of tennis with others. With the support of his father, Guy S. Garber Sr., and local civic leaders, the Garber Courts, a 12-court tennis complex near Ojibway Island, were established in 1950, becoming one of the first public courts available to locals. Many players in the area grew up playing on these courts.
His dad, for him, built Garber tennis courts. And I know that there were 12 courts there. You could go there and hang out for the day and pick up match after match after match. And then there was also a couple of major tournaments that were hosted, like the City Open. And so I started taking lessons there as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old.
Throughout his life, Ike continued to play tennis, winning numerous singles and doubles tournaments in Michigan and nationally. His achievements include winning the Saginaw Junior Tournament in 1935 and 1936, and while at Cranbrook, his squad was named the national champions. In 1941 and 1942, Ike won the Florida Doubles Championship, and he captured 3 consecutive Michigan State men's titles from 1947 to 1950. Ike's passion for tennis extended beyond his own playing career as he worked to promote the sport. In 1958, he invited his friends Pancho Segura and Lew Hoad to Saginaw for a tennis clinic and exhibition match. In 1971, Ike and Pancho Segura organized a charity tennis event in Saginaw featuring exhibition matches with Jimmy Connors, Pancho Gonzales, and Alex Almeida. Held at Delta College, the event attracted 1,200 spectators and further promoted tennis in the area.
Initially, he got Pancho to come back here, and they did an exhibition at South School. There used to be tennis courts behind the elementary school. And then again in 76, that's when he brought Jimmy Connors and Burt Baccarat and Lloyd Bridges. And over the years, I've had a dozen people come up to me and tell me that's why they started playing tennis, because they saw that exhibition.
Ike's legacy continues today with the help of Farrington Douglas and Ken Lockeroo, who have overseen the rebuilding of the Garber courts in Saginaw.
We raised $2 million. We redid the Garber courts. We added 8 pickleball courts, 8 tennis courts, a classroom where we can minister to the kids.
These courts ensure that Ike's passion for the game lives on for future generations.